Hey bombshells, what's up and welcome back to my channel.
I love it when it's loud, I love it when it's big.
Today I'm going to be doing a natural makeup tutorial for back to school on the go type of looks. And I'm only going to be trying to use 10 products today. I might do 11 products if you count setting spray, but we're not going to. We're going to call it 10. So, let's get right into this video. Yes, my fat ass is sitting on 2 chairs. Okay, so first, I already moisturized my face. You can moisturize it with primer, lotions that you have for your face, anything like that. I didn't count that because I usually use my primer for my facial moisturizer, so I don't even count that as a step because I do that when I'm doing makeup or when I'm not doing makeup, so I didn't really count it. So I'm gonna start. So how many times can I say so in a sentence? Okay, so when I do a more natural makeup look, I tend to go for not as full coverage of a foundation. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation, oil free because I tend to get oily, so I like to use an oil free. And this is in the shade Warm Sand. It's also made in Canada. Fun fact. So I'm going to take a squirt and like a half, I don't know. And I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. I'm going to pat that all over my face. As you can tell, it's a little bit darker than my face. But that is because my neck is like not tan and my face is really tan, so I gotta work with what I got. And plus, once I put the concealer on, it's gonna lighten up my nose. So, I'm not too worried. Oh my god, I forgot to totally announce.
Becky G.
But yeah, that's more than 2 handfuls. Which is pretty good for me. Make sure when you're doing your foundation, if you have a nose ring like I do, make sure to get by the nose. You don't want to freaking contour on your nose because there's no foundation next to it. You know who you are. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to put on my concealer. I have been using the Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This is actually a foundation, but I'm going to be using it as a concealer. And I'm going to take, not that brush, I'm going to take this flat brush and applying it with that. So for this, I'm not going to use a lot because it is supposed to, I'm not going to use a lot. I'm not going to use a lot on my face, but I'll have a lot on my hair. So I'm going to put this on the brush. I'm just going to put it under the very dark parts of my eye. That's because I don't want that color there. Honestly, I know school's coming again, so you guys are probably like, oh, I need a fast makeup routine. This isn't it. Just so you know. Honestly, I didn't even wear makeup half the time in my senior year of high school because I was just so lazy and I was so done with school that I was like, I don't care what I look like. Everybody knows I'm ugly anyways. It's fine. So honestly, I roll out of bed 10 minutes before I had to go. And I'd wake up, throw my hair in a bun, or honestly just keep it down because I don't brush my hair now. And so I just left it down in a tangled mess. I threw on some clothes that didn't match half the time, and I just went to school like that. And I'll put a little bit on my chin. I like to brighten that area as well. I honestly don't like to brighten my forehead that much because I feel like it looks really cakey. So I don't want it to look even more cakey with all the powder I'm going to put on top of it and everything. I just don't like the look of it on myself. I don't know. You guys can do that. I'm not going to do that. Alright, and then I'm going to take my NYX Concealing in Powder palette. I'm counting this as one product because technically it is. It's all in one package. Don't come for me. And I'm going to take this flat brush because I actually like to like stab it on my face. So I'm going to do that. I'm mixing these two colors right here. And I'm going to be blending those with my face. I'm going to put a lot under my eyes just to make sure my lighter color is... I don't know any words. Let's make my... doesn't make sure the lighter color is set and doesn't crease under my eyes because my eyes like to crease. And this also helps to brighten up your under eye. So that's why I didn't put a lot of concealer under my eye. Because I already knew it was going to be brightened up with the powder as well. And I take this color and I put it all over my face. And because my foundation is a little bit darker than my actual skin tone, it helps to lighten that up as well. So just kind of, in the end, it's kind of like my shade. So. And I also put this on my eyes. My eyelids, I don't know, they're so greasy sometimes, like, I don't know. And then I wipe, eventually, this powder off. Okay, so now that we have our powder on our face, we're going to go back and add our bronzing. Because I'm a little bit tanner, I've been using this one. But then I come to find out that I should really be using this darker shade because these shades don't really show up in my skin tone anymore because I'm so dark. So I'm going to be using this brush right here, and I'm going to tap into this color. And I'm going to put that on my cheekbone just a little bit, though. I'm not going to add a lot because I want this to be a more natural look. I just want to add a little bit more color to my face. One time I used this shade when I was, like, super white, like white as this shirt. It looked like I had mud on my face. Even now, it still kind of looks like I have mud on my face. Honestly, I don't really know why I call this a tutorial because I'm not really talking about anything, but I was kind of more of like a get ready with me, kind of talking about natural makeup. I don't know. It's not a tutorial, but it's fine. I'm gonna make sure everything is really blended out because I don't want any harsh lines. The same shade, I'm gonna put a little bit on my brush and I'm gonna put it on my forehead. And of course I'm going to take a shit ton and put it on my lower chin to get rid of my double chin. Voila, it's like I had plastic surgery. Okay, so now that we have our contour done and our powder done, we are going to move on to a little bit of blush. I always like to add a little like pinky tint to my cheeks, especially if I'm going for a natural makeup, because that helps just to bring a little bit more life back to the face and kind of gives you the effect of having a flush face. So I like that. So I'm going to use this one right here. This was $1. $1, and it's awesome. This is from Collimates, and it's in the shade Blush. I think it's just telling me that it's blush, but we're going to call it that. So again, on this little brush, I like to use this brush because I feel like I have more control of where like the product goes on my face, so I just like using a smaller brush for this. And I'm going to put this right almost on top of my contour that I just put down and blend it all the way out. So I don't want it on the apples of my cheeks because I have really big cheeks, so I don't want to make them look bigger. I just want to add this color of rosy effect to my face. So by putting it on top of my contour, I'm not making my cheeks look bigger than they already are. But obviously, if you have like small cheeks and you don't care, you can just put on the apples of your cheeks. And I just like to go back in with my flat brush and just kind of diffuse everything and like press it into the skin. Okay. And then we have Now that we have that done, we are going to be using the Byble Deluxe Edition BH Cosmetic Palette, and we're just going to be using the highlighter in it. As you can tell, I love this palette, and it's disgusting, so don't look at it, it's embarrassed. We're going to be using this color right here, and it is a gold shade, which is good for my skin tone, because my skin tone is a little bit darker than it normally would be. So I like to use this one. But if you have a lighter skin tone, you can use the peachy one, or this white one. I'm going to use this color. So I'm going to take it on the same brush, but I'm barely going to tap into it. Like, I want the littlest amount of highlight that I possibly can. Like, okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to put it on our cheeks, but just on the outer part of our cheeks. We're not going to bring it all the way down, because we don't want a blinding highlight. We just want a little something to add to our cheeks. A little something, something. And I'm going to take it and diffuse it with my finger. So, you know, you just have this, like, subtle glow highlight. And honestly, that's subtle for me, so don't judge. I'm going to take the same brush and put it on the other side without even dipping it back into the product. See? I'm just going to diffuse it again. And then I'm actually going to put a lot more on my nose just to make my nose appear smaller without actually contouring it. So to make your nose appear smaller with highlighting it, you don't want to highlight the very tip, you want to highlight the bridge right here. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And I'm going to put that on the bridge of my nose. And then we're going to really add it right here. Just to give it an illusion of a pinched nose right there. I'm going to add a little bit on my chin where I normally highlight. Okay. Okay. So now that we have that done, we're going to do a little bit of brow product. Not a lot. Just a little bit something. Just to fill in the sparseness of my brows, not to actually give it a big shape or anything like I normally do. So I'm going to be using the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's in the shade Soft Brown. Obviously, I'm just going to use an angled brush to do this. Also, what I'm just going to do fast strokes through my eyebrows. So I don't know if you can really want to see this. I don't know, but just fast strokes. And then this brow is a little bit more sparse than the other brow, so I had to fill it in more and give it a little bit more of the same shape as the other brow, but I'm really not trying to make it look like I just drew on my eyebrow. Now we have that on, I'm going to take my whiz that fed off, and I'm just going to brush through it. Okay, so I'm going to do the other brow off camera because, like, I just don't feel like recording this on camera again. See in a view. Okay, I know they don't look like they're, like, natural brows, but I swear, like, they are. Like, off camera, they look, like, way more, like, sparked and not shaped. Like, they're fine. They're fine. Moving right along. I'm actually just going to apply my lip product right now because my eyes aren't going to take that long anyways. So I'm going to be using the Nude Balm by L'Oreal in the shade Rosy Elixir 218. And it's just basically kind of like a pinky gloss shiny thing. I'm just going to add this. It just gives you a little bit of a tint and a little bit of shine. And it's not like tacky, it always feels really smooth on your lips. I love this gloss. This eyebrow's always way more arched than this eyebrow. I don't like hair. Now we're going to move on to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to do a 2 eyeshadow look for you guys. So it's like nice and natural and bronzy, and just what you need to if you're in a rush for school. So I am going to be using the shade right here and the shade right here. So on a blending brush only, I'm just going to take the first shade that I pointed out, put that on my brush. Also, for an eye primer, if you guys want to use an eye primer but you don't have that, you can also use a concealer and then put a powder on top of that just to help it stay a little bit longer. I can't guarantee that it will, but it seems to work for me, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for you. I'm just going to blend this out pretty much everywhere, but you want it at the end to make sure it's really soft. Alright, so I'm not going to finish blending that out yet because I'm going to put this color right on top of it. And I'll finish blending it out. Put way too much on the first time. I'm just going to pat that on and transition it into the other color. And blend that in. Alright, and then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm going to blend out the edges of this eye look. Okay, so now that we have that blended out really well, we are going to take the first color that we use and put it on a flat brush. We're going to put it under our eye, but very close to our waterline. And we're only going to do it halfway towards our eye and then blend it out. And then we're going to take the Byble again, and we're going to the same color we used for highlighting. We're going to stick that in the inner corner and under and meet here. And then we're going to stick it under and then meet it at where we put the darker color. Just to open up our eyes more. So in the inner corner and all the way down. And since we have it out, we can just tuck it under our brow bone. Okay, so this is basically the eye look that I'm doing, and I'm just going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. I love that song. So I did my other eye, and I also took the liberty of doing my mascara off camera because, like, how much else am I going to do with mascara? I find it really boring, so I don't want to submit you guys to that. So I just did it off camera with the Covergirl So Lashy Blast Pro. This is actually really good for separating your lashes, and I think it gives you a lots of volume. Okay guys, so this is basically it. This is the finished look. I'm just gonna spritz myself. Woo! Feels good. So this is the final makeup tutorial / get ready with me / I just wanted to film. So this is the look for a little bit of a quick and easy natural 10 makeup eye look challenge. I don't know what you are. You're something. I don't know what I'm going to name you, but you're something and you're great. Okay? You're beautiful. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys please press that subscribe button because I'm so excited that I have 12 subscribers, and that means absolute world to me. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
The music taking me higher.